Are you tired of overtrading and getting chopped up by confusing market conditions? What if you could filter out all the noise and focus only on high-probability trend-following setups? In this video, I'll teach you the camelback, a simple yet powerful strategy designed to give you clarity and confidence. Imagine finally trading with a clear plan, knowing exactly when to enter, when to stay out, and how to let your profits run. Fewer trades, bigger profits. It's the goal for every trader, but how do you achieve it? Whether you are a scalper, a swing trader, or an intraday trader, the strategy I'm about to show you can provide a solid, rule-based framework for your trading. Welcome. Today, we are diving into the camelback strategy. This is a classic trend-following system, famously described in the books of trading legend Joe Ross. Its beauty lies in its simplicity and its remarkable effectiveness in trending markets. The core of this system is built on a very clean, visual pattern that uses just 3 moving averages. This structure allows us to make objective trading decisions and helps us identify clear trends, which is crucial. And as you can see, it's adaptable to any time frame and any financial instrument you like to trade. This versatility makes it great for both short-term scalping and longer multi-day swing trades. The key takeaway here is that the camelback is designed to generate fewer signals. But the signals it does generate are typically of very high quality. All right, let's get practical and set up our charts. To trade the camelback, we only need 3 specific moving averages. Let's go through them one by one. First up is the 15-period exponential moving average, or EMA 15. This is our fast moving average, the red line you see on the chart. Its job is to show us the market's short-term momentum and direction. Next, we add 2 40-period simple moving averages. But here's the important detail. One is calculated based on the candle highs, the SMA 40 high, and the other is based on the candle lows, the SMA 40 low. When plotted on the chart, these 2 moving averages form a channel. As you can see, the price tends to interact with these lines in very meaningful ways. This channel will be our primary filter. This channel created by the 2 SMAs is what we call the neutral zone. Think of it as an area of uncertainty or consolidation, where the market doesn't have a clear direction. And this leads us to our first and most important rule. If the price is trading inside this channel, we do absolutely nothing. We are only interested in looking for trade setups when the price is clearly trading outside the channel. Here is a perfect visual example. All the price action happening inside the 2 yellow lines is considered market noise. By ignoring it, we avoid choppy conditions and preserve our capital for better opportunities. Conversely, when the price breaks out and stays outside the channel, like here on the left and again here on the right, it signals that a potential trend is underway. These are the zones where we start paying close attention. Okay, so what are we looking for exactly? Let's break down the 3 specific conditions we need to meet for a valid long or buy setup. First, and most obviously, the price must be trading clearly above the top of the channel, that is, above the SMA 40 high. This tells us the market is in a potential uptrend. Second, we look at our fast EMA 15. It must be rising and angled upward, confirming that there is bullish momentum behind the price movement. A flat EMA is a warning sign. And third, our entry trigger. We are looking for the breakout of the high of a specific candle, the candle that forms a temporary local low. This is how we enter on a confirmation of strength after a small pullback. So, what exactly is a local low? It's simple. We define it as a candle that has a lower low than the candles that came immediately before it. It represents a brief pause or dip in an uptrend. Here on the chart, you can see a few examples. Each of these candles has a low that is lower than the previous one, making them all potential local lows where we can look for our entry trigger. Now, this is a very important point for real-world trading. When a new low is forming, you can never know in real time if it will be the right one, the final low before the price takes off. The perfect entry point always looks obvious in hindsight, after the move has already happened. But by then, it's too late to enter. So, how do we solve this problem operationally? The solution is a mechanical approach. Every time a potential local low forms, we simply place a pending buy-stop order just above its high. This way, we don't have to guess. This chart explains the process perfectly. As the price makes a new local low, we move our pending order to the high of that new candle. The previous orders, or failed entries, are never triggered. We only enter when the market is ready and breaks the high of the actual right low. To ensure the setup has momentum, we add a time filter. The breakout of the high should happen within the next 2 or 3 candles. If it takes longer than that, the momentum may have faded, and it's safer to just cancel the pending order. Here's an example. A local low is formed. We place our buy-stop order. The price goes sideways for 2 candles. And then on the 3rd candle, it breaks out and triggers our entry. This is still a perfectly valid signal according to our rules. Now, let's cover some critical conditions that would invalidate a setup. You should never take the trade if the EMA 15 is flat, or if it starts to bend downward against your trade direction. Both are major red flags. Look at this chart. The price is technically above the channel, but the EMA 15 is completely flat. This indicates a lack of momentum and a high risk of a failed breakout. This is a market to avoid. Excellent. Now that we've mastered the long side, let's look at the conditions for entering a short or sell trade. The good news is the logic is exactly the same, just inverted. First, the price must be trading clearly below the bottom of the channel, or below the SMA 40 low. This sets the context for a potential downtrend. Second, our EMA 15 must be sloping downward, confirming that sellers are in control and there is bearish momentum. And our entry trigger is the breakout of the low of the candle that forms a local high. Again, we are waiting for a small pullback to end and for the main trend to resume. A local high is simply a candle with a higher high than the candles preceding it. And just like with local lows, we can't know in advance if it will be the definitive peak of the pullback. So, our practical approach is identical. Each time a potential local high forms, we place a pending sell stop order just below its low. Here we see a local high marked as 1. We'd place a sell stop below it. Then a new higher local high forms, marked 2. We simply cancel the first order and place a new sell stop below candle 2. This ensures we only enter when the downtrend resumes. The time filter is the same. The breakout must happen within 2 or 3 candles. If not, the setup is considered expired, and the pending order should be cancelled. And our invalidation rules also apply here. Never enter a short trade if the EMA 15 is flat, or if it starts to curve upward against the direction of our trade. These signals tell us the downtrend is weak or reversing. Now for the crucial part, managing the trade once we're in. For this strategy, we won't use a fixed profit target. Instead, we'll use a manual trailing stop to maximize our gains if the trend is strong. Then, as the trend moves in your favor, you'll actively manage your position. The idea is to gradually move the stop, trailing it behind the price. In an uptrend, you will move it up to sit just below the new rising lows. In a downtrend, you'll move it down just above the falling highs. The goal is simple but powerful: to protect your profits as the trend continues. To be a successful trader, knowing when not to trade is just as important as knowing when to trade. So let's quickly summarize the exact market conditions you must avoid when using the camelback strategy. The first two are the most important. To be a successful trader, it's just as important to know when not to trade. Let's quickly summarize the conditions where the camelback strategy should be avoided. First, avoid trading when the price is inside the neutral channel, and avoid trading when the 15 EMA is flat. Both of these conditions signal a sideways, directionless market. Remember, these sideways zones are where trend-following strategies perform poorly. Being disciplined enough to stay out of these areas is what separates consistently profitable traders from the rest. Also, as we discussed, never trade if the EMA is tilted against your trade direction. And be very cautious if large gaps appear in the price, as they can lead to unpredictable volatility. To put it all together, if the market lacks a clear, well-defined structure, simply stand aside. The camelback strategy is a specialist tool. It is designed to work exceptionally well, but only in clear and well-defined trends. So, let's wrap up with a few final considerations. The camelback is, at its heart, a highly visual strategy. It's all about observing the relationship between the price and the dynamic channel. It's a system that prioritizes quality over quantity, giving you fewer signals with a higher probability of success. This makes it easy to implement, even for those who are relatively new to trading. It's therefore a fantastic method for traders who are seeking to build discipline, clarity, and objectivity. And always remember, our job isn't to predict the exact top or bottom. Our job is to be ready with a plan when a clear opportunity appears. And that's the camelback strategy. If you found this video useful and learned something new, please take a moment to support the channel. Leaving a like helps the channel a lot. And be sure to share this video with any other traders you know who might be interested in trend following. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and be sure to turn on the notification bell to be alerted as soon as new content is released. Your opinion really matters to us. What do you think about the camelback strategy? And very important, always remember to test any new strategy on a demo account before risking real money. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Also, feel free to suggest another strategy you'd like me to break down in a future video. Thank you so much for being with me today. Keep studying, keep improving, and happy trading. I'll see you in the next video. Please be aware that all information in this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Trading involves significant risk. Past results are not indicative of future outcomes, and any trading decision you make is at your own risk. This channel does not provide personalized advice. We strongly recommend consulting with a qualified financial professional